Alright, finally, we're in week 2 of the NFL season, and we'll be predicting our week 2 NFL games. So let's start right now. We're not gonna start with the Bills or Jets. We're gonna start with the Thursday night game versus the Packers and Commandos. The Packers, they beat the Lions 27-13. Michael Parsons looked good. The defense looks phenomenal. Same with the offense too. Commandos, their defense was good and the offense wasn't. Well, I can't say it wasn't bad because the Giants do have a good defense, but it is going to be a good offensive versus defensive battle. This is going to be a pretty good game, but I am giving the edge to the Packers. The Packers are at home, and overall, I feel like the Packers' defense is a little better than the Commandos' offense, defense, but the Packers' defense is going to find a way to stop Jaden Daniels and the Washington Commandos. Alright. I think that is the only special, well, not special, but that's the only prime time game we got. Now let's go on to the Sunday games, and yeah, we're going to put the Monday day games later, but let's just start right now with the Bills and Jets. The Bills, they won due to the referees rigging the game. The Jets, they won in the they lost in the shootout to the Steelers because they're the Jets. Now, both teams, the Jets did look pretty good. Not gonna lie, they looked good. The Bills, they got helped by the refs. But still, it is gonna be a pretty interesting game. Now, knowing the Jets, the Bills, knowing the Bills, they usually lose in MetLife. Did you know that? Except for last year, but last year was different. Okay, this year's a little more different, and I don't know why. I don't know why. This might fuck up my record prediction, like my prediction thing. By the way, I went 9-7 last week. Okay, what the fuck? I went 9-7 last week. I went 9-7 last week. I don't know what happened. Something went off in my background. If you hold it, then good for you. If you don't, just ignore it. Just fucking ignore it, guys. Alright, anyways. Now, this is gonna be a difficult game. Could I fuck up my predictions? I went 9-7 last week. Not good. Not good at all. Should I go with the safe pick, or should I not go with the dangerous pick? Because I went the dangerous pick with the Browns, and the Browns lost. Just for that, I'm going with the safe pick. I'm going to go with the Buffalo Bills. Watch me regret this decision. Alright, we got the Miami Dolphins versus the New England Patriots. Okay, I get it. We got blown out by the Colts. But guess what? The Patriots looked bad versus the Raiders. So, overall, this should be a pretty easy dub for the Dolphins. The Dolphins are absolutely pissed right now that somehow, someway, Daniel fucking Jones managed to look good. So, we're pissed off. So, we're going to come back. We're going to win. And we're going to beat the Patriots. We're going to go 1-1. And go 16-1 and win the Super Bowl anyways. Then we got the Bengals versus Jacksonville. Ooh, okay. So the Bengals are famous for those slow starts. They beat the Browns, but if the Browns make the field goal, the Browns would have won the game. The Bengals would have lost. I don't know what. The Bengals offense looked completely bad, and I don't know if the defense looked good or the Browns are just like that bad. Jacksonville, they blew out the Carolina Panthers. Not impressive. The Panthers absolutely suck. So yeah, not surprised. So if I have to go with this, I think I'm gonna still give it to. I'm gonna give it to Jacksonville for their second win. I don't know why. I know this is in Cincinnati, but I feel like the Jaguars' defense kind of sucks. I kind of realized that the Jaguars' defense is not the greatest. Bengals off, this is going to be a shootout. I just realized that, but I think I could go with the safe pick again, but I don't know why, but I don't see Cincinnati starting 2-0. But I don't see Jacksonville starting 2-0. So I think I'm going to give the edge to Jacksonville though in an upset. I usually have an upset of the week. I think this might be my upset of the week. Maybe not, because there was a couple other ones. That's going to probably completely fuck up my predictions. Because I went 9-7. Not good. And I might go less. Alright. we got the Browns and Ravens. This is just easy, bro. Okay, this is a free one. Ravens is gonna dominate the Browns. The Ravens are absolutely pissed that the referees helped the Bills win the game, and shit like that. The Browns, they're bad, and I know the Browns own the Ravens, but that's usually in the Cleveland. So for now, we're gonna have the Ravens beat the Browns in Baltimore. Ooh, now we got a good game. We got the Colts versus the Broncos. Now, I don't know why. I'm Daniel Jones, like, he probably got lucky versus the Dolphins, but I don't know, man. It might be a little instinct in me that he might be the next Sam Darnold. Maybe not. Maybe the next Baker Mayfield, because Sam Darnold's getting exposed. So, Baker Mayfield. The next coming of that. So, do I think the Colts are going to beat the Broncos? I used to think Broncos got the best defense, but they got I don't know, bro. Bo Nix is on a sophomore slump. Just for that, though, I am going to go with the Broncos, I think, to beat the Colts, but I wouldn't be surprised at all if the Colts managed to win, but for now, I think I'm just going to give it to the Broncos. Even though the Broncos and Bo Nix is on a sophomore slump, that defense... Wait a minute. I just realized something. All the Broncos, just like the Texans, they have like an excellent rookie quarterback. Quarterback did not win Rookie of the Year. Bo Nix did not win Rookie of the Year. But, the Texans got a top-tier defense. Kind of a mid-offense. Broncos got a top-tier defense and a mid-offense. One quarterback, C.J. Stroud, went on complete sophomore slump. It sucked. And the Broncos, Bo Nix is on a sophomore slump. Is this going to go the same story of the Houston Texans? Who knows? Anyways, overall, I'm going to take the Broncos over the Colts. I'm probably going to regret that, though. Just watch. Alright, we got the Titans and Rams, and this is going to be another easy pick. Los Angeles ain't losing to Tennessee, okay? Tennessee, there is absolutely nothing good in Tennessee other than Cam Ward. Cam Ward's the only good piece, and I feel so bad for Cam Ward, but Cam Ward is the only good player on that Titans team, and Tony Pollard had a fine game, and same with... No, not Ridley. Ridley sucked. The Titans, they're not good at all, dude. They're not good. They're gonna lose to the Rams. This is gonna be ugly. We got the Seahawks versus the Steelers. And I was right, y'all. Sam Darnold's getting exposed. He did do a pick, touchdown, and his passing yards were kind of mid. He's looking like back to Sam Darnold. Now Sam Darnold's gonna be mid as hell. I don't have him being back to the Jets form, but he is still gonna get exposed. But the Steelers, god damn, Aaron Rodgers ain't washed after all. I told you all. Okay, if fucking Aaron Rodgers, I think, he had like 3,000 passing yards. By the way, Aaron Rodgers last year in the AFC East, Aaron Rodgers was the highest quarterback with passing yards, and that's with somehow Tua, and Aaron Rodgers had more passing yards than fucking Tua, and that just proves that Aaron Rodgers is amazing. Still, he's 41, so he's not washed. He's facing on the Seahawks, and I'm gonna give the Steelers the win here. They're gonna get Sam Darnold is getting exposed. I told y'all, and the only reason why I picked the 49ers. I picked the Seahawks over the 49ers, and I'm never picking that again. Was because I thought it was at home. So now we got an interesting game. Eagles versus Chiefs, Super Bowl rematch. The Chiefs, the whole team's injured. Fucking O-line is shit. The receiver number 1 is Hollywood Brown. I totally did not pick him up from waivers for my fantasy team, because I know that, I got destroyed. Don't mention that. Well, actually, you don't know that. Thank God. And then the Eagles, they have everything good for them. Jalen Carter's not suspended. No, he got fined for $57K for spitting on Dak. So the Eagles are all around just a perfect team. The Chiefs, again, the offensive line is shit. It's not going to be good for the Chiefs. Mahomes looks good though. Kelsey's beyond washed. I'm taking the Eagles, bro. The Eagles are going to beat the Chiefs in the Super Bowl rematch. But fun fact, also at the same time, the Chiefs in the regular season does own the Eagles, and they only lost them once. But that last time that the Chiefs lost to the Eagles, the Chiefs didn't have any good receivers, and the Chiefs don't have any good receivers anymore. So yeah, this is a definite easy win for the Eagles. Uh, Cowboys and Giants. Oh, this is gonna be crappy. Yeah. Did you know that Dak Prescott? I think Dak Prescott's like undefeated versus the Giants. It's kind of like Tua and the Patriots. Give me the Cowboys. The Cowboys own the fucking Giants, and Russell Wilson looks shit. He looks like shit. Please do not put Jackson Dart in. I don't give a single fuck. You want Jackson Dart to play. Don't make him play. Legit. So I'm giving the Cowboys to win, beating the Giants, and they're gonna come back from the week one. Also, they look good in week one. Okay, that's probably also because Jalen Carter was out for spitting on Dak. So, yeah. We got the 49ers and Saints. Ugh. Okay. The Niners are getting fucked by injuries. Brock Purdy, I don't know, he's questionable. He's most likely to play versus the Saints still. And George Kittle's out with a hamstring injury. The only good receiver they got is Ricky Pearsall, and Christian McCaffrey is still. Now, the 49ers are lucky to face on the Saints, but the Saints, they challenged the Arizona Cardinals, but at the same time, I thought the Saints were going to beat the Cardinals. I did not predict that because I knew that was going to happen, but at the back of my head, I was like, I think the Saints might actually beat the Cardinals. I don't know why. I don't know why either. I feel like the Saints could actually beat the 49ers. Just how bad the 49ers are in injuries. But, Brock Purdy, let's see if he's a system quarterback or not, actually. So, for now, I'm going to go with the San Francisco 49ers to start off 2-0. But if the Saints beat the Niners, I wouldn't be surprised. But I'm just saying the Saints are moving up a lot in the list in the power rankings, and the Niners are moving down a lot. So, yeah. We got the Chicago Bears versus the Detroit Lions. The Lions got destroyed by the Packers, which is insane because I thought Jared Goff and the Lions owns the Packers. And then the Bears, they choked on Monday Night Football to J.J. McCarthy. Now, yeah, if the Lions lose this, Dan Campbell's a fucking coordinator's merchant, and the team just completely sucks. So, yeah, and the Lions are going to get exposed. But this is at home versus Chicago. They have to win this game. If they don't win this game, the season's cooked. So I'm giving the Lions the win, starting off 1-1, and the Bears starting 0-2. So yeah, now we got the Carolina Panthers versus the Arizona Cardinals. The Panthers, they just got destroyed by the fucking Jaguars, and the Cardinals, they almost lost to the Saints. I don't know who to pick here. But the Panthers, they don't look good anymore. Bryce Young, what the fuck happened to that guy, bro? Bryce Young looked so good at the end of the season, just to get destroyed. Week 1. That was only week 1, but I'm taking the Cardinals over the not the Jaguars, the Carolina Panthers. I'm just saying, the Cardinals, they look better, they're going to be better. I'm going to take them over the Jacksonville Jaguars. Alright, our final game for Sunday Night Football, Vikings versus Falcons. Okay. This is going to be a good game. Michael Penix and the Falcons looked very good versus the Buccaneers. J.J. McCarthy came back. He beat the Bears. Now, knowing this, I think I might take I don't know who to take here. I think I'm going to take the Falcons, dude. They look way better than the Vikings, and who knows? It's just week 1. J.J. McCarthy looks good in the fourth quarter. We could continue that, but it's going to be a high-powered offensive game. But I do have to I'm going to give the edge to the Atlanta Falcons. Because the Falcons, They look good versus the Buccaneers. Michael Penix is gonna continue doing Michael Penix things. Michael Penix is an actual good quarterback. Don't worry, Vikings fans. Y'all gonna get a win, I guess, for me. Yeah, but the Vikings. It's gonna be a close game though. It's not gonna be a blowout, but it's gonna be a good game to watch. Alright, now going back to our Monday night games. The Monday night football game, the first one, Texans versus Buccaneers. Now the Texans, that offensive line is the worst offensive line I've ever seen, and the franchise is failing C.J. Stroud. The offense looks not good, but we blame that on the offensive line. The Buccaneers, they look amazing. They looked amazing week one. Emeka Ibuka looks good. Baker Mayfield hasn't left from last year. I'm telling you, he's having an MVP caliber season. Give me the Buccaneers to beat the Texans. It's not, yeah. The Buccaneers are going to beat the Texans. The Texans again, but they have a top tier defense. So this is why the Texans are going to win a few games. As that defense of theirs, they're going to make stops and stuff like that. But I still take the Buccaneers over the Texans. Now we got our last Monday night game, an entertaining one. The Raiders versus the Chargers. Yeah. I do want to give the Raiders the game because this is out in Las Vegas, but like the Chargers, they looked pretty good versus the Kansas City Chiefs. Justin Herbert still fought though, but he did do for a pretty good amount of yards. I think if I have to, if I have to probably pick this game, I'll pick the Los Angeles Chargers to beat the Raiders now. I wouldn't be surprised if the Raiders beat the Chargers, but like I don't see the Raiders starting 2-0. I'm more likely to see the Chargers starting 2-0, not the Raiders. If the Raiders go 2-0 though, that's gonna look good. Geno Smith looked good versus the Patriots. Chargers, like this is gonna be a very good game. It is. It's gonna be a very good game, but I'm gonna take the Chargers to beat the Raiders. And yeah, overall, this is my record prediction. Week 2 predictions. So let's look at the predictions right now. Yeah. That's my predictions. So that's going to wrap up our video. So hopefully you enjoyed. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in another video. Goodbye.